These vehicles are different in certain ways than conventional vehicles. They're electric drive. They fill with hydrogen instead of gasoline. And we're really interested to see how people perceive both the driving experience with the electric drive but also how they perceive the hydrogen fueling. Do they think it's safe? Are they worried about it?
AC Transit, we've actually been in a fuel cell program here since we started our program in 1999. We've expanded now. We have 12 fuel cell vehicles here. We have our new fast fuel station, and our fast fuel station here allows us to also fuel public vehicles, and that allowed us to partner with Berkeley and to be able to allow for the vehicles that are being tested through Berkeley to be able to come over here and fuel at our station.
Yeah, so UC Berkeley, we're running a test program with fuel cell vehicles with Toyota. We actually have 10 fuel cell vehicles in our program right now, 8 Toyotas, a Hyundai vehicle, and a Daimler vehicle. And with the Toyota vehicles, we have a test program where we allow drivers to drive for a month at a time, and we survey them before and after to see how the car compares to their conceptions going into it once they've driven for a month. So we've been doing this for a couple of years now. We're now working with the city of Emeryville, bringing in some of your drivers to participate in our fuel cell test program with Toyota.
Well, this station here opened in 2011, our fast fuel station, and then the following year, in 2012, the public vehicle side of it opened, and that allowed us to be able to fuel vehicles here. So it's been almost, we're going on 3 years now that we've had that capability available here for the public.
What's it been like for the city to work with AC Transit and the University of UC Berkeley on this project?
It's been fantastic. They've been really collaborative, a real partnership, understanding it's, we're the first city to try this out, so, kind of we'll learn as we go along a little bit, but it's been so far so good.
And these type of programs, you need to have partnerships. We have a lot of partnerships with the FTA. We have it with the California Resources Board, Berkeley, and now we'll be partnering with the city of Emeryville to allow them to fuel vehicles here. And it's been a partnership with the city in the past because, building here, we needed all of our permitting and everything, worked with the fire department. So been working with a lot of partnerships through a lot of agencies to get this accomplished.
So some of the city employees are driving the vehicle?
Yeah, we're going to have, initially, we've identified some of our users in town that drive around our square mile frequently in our city vehicles, and we'll put the city logo on the pilot cars, and it's part of about a 15-month pilot, I believe, and we'll rotate our staff through and get their feedback.
These vehicles are different in certain ways than conventional vehicles. They're electric drive, they fill with hydrogen instead of gasoline, and we're really interested to see how people perceive both the driving experience with the electric drive, but also how they perceive the hydrogen fueling. Do they think it's safe? Are they worried about it? How do they adapt to it over time? Like, how do their perceptions change from starting the study after a month of driving? So we're getting some really interesting results.
Can you? I know the study's probably not done, but can you share any of those?
Yeah, we can share some sort of preliminary results. We've had about, I think, 40 drivers now complete the study, and what we're finding is that they go into the study, they've heard about these cars, so their expectations are pretty high for how the cars will perform, but almost all of them, or most of them, by the end of the study, their perceptions are even higher. So in other words, the vehicles exceed even their high initial expectations is what we're finding. And their comfort level with the vehicles in terms of safety grows over the course of using the vehicles. At first, there's a little trepidation about the hydrogen and the fueling, but by the end of the study, most people say they think it's as safe or safer than gasoline.
All right, I think we're going to get started. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out for our event and to showcase our partnership here. I think we're going to get started with our speakers. We have, as part of our kickoff here, the first speaker is going to be Jim Patchen, who is the Chief Operating Officer of AC Transit. So, Jim.
Thank you. AC Transit is very excited to be partnering with the city of Emeryville on their new program of having the vehicles, 2 vehicles, and having them fueling here. We've been partnering with the city of Emeryville for many years on the building of the station and the permitting, and working with their staff to make sure that the fueling station was built to code, had all the safety mechanisms in place, and we're very proud of the relationship we've had with them. AC Transit's been working on fuel cell programs for since 1999. In 1999, we decided to head down that path and begin testing fuel cell vehicles. Initially, we had a program for $21 million where we bought and operated 3 fuel cell vehicles for a period of 5 years. Those vehicles traveled about over 250,000 miles, and it was a successful program. And from that, we decided to continue on and to purchase another round of vehicles, and now we operate 12 fuel cell vehicles. Those vehicles are currently operating out of this facility, but we have another facility that will be coming on, I'll talk about in a few minutes, that will also be operating the vehicles. The current group of fuel cell vehicles we have are approaching, I think they're over 750,000 miles that we got, so we're approaching 1 million miles. So we're really starting to see that the durability of the fuel cells and the performance of them. Vehicles are out there in service every day. I'm sure a lot of you have seen those. About the fueling station, we're actually very proud of this fueling station based upon a couple facts. One, that works very well for our buses. We're able to dispense 600 kilograms of fuel per day. It fuels our 12 buses. In addition to that, we can fuel up to 20 fuel cell vehicles. And that's based upon current permitting. If we may be able to even increase that number in the future. One of the nice things about this station is that we also have an electrolyzer here that produces our own fuel from natural gas. And so we're able to, from the electrolyzer, produce 65 kilograms of fuel, which is enough for 3 of our buses. So that reduces the requirement to bring in fuel. The second fueling station's coming on board, and we have vehicles being tested right now, and that one will probably be in official opening in the next couple of months, and that one will also be able to do 12 vehicles, and so it gives us some redundancy in our fueling, and it also allows us to operate our vehicles in a wider area in the area. But with this station, we're actually, one of the beauties of this one, as you can see over there, it has the public fueling station, and so we're really proud. We've been working with the UC Berkeley for several years now with bringing in these vehicles, the public vehicles, so that they can be tested. On the public side, we're starting to see more and more of those vehicles with the auto manufacturers introducing those into the marketplace. So we're assuming that our station here is going to be used more and more. And so we're really excited to be partnering with the city of Emeryville for the vehicles that they'll be operating. Thank you.
Next up, we have Tim Lippman, who is the co-director of UC Berkeley's Transportation Sustainability Research Center. Tim.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. TSRC is part of the Institute of Transportation Studies at UC Berkeley, as well as the College of Engineering. Our institute, ITS, has been in existence since the mid-1940s, working with state agencies including Caltrans and other partners on road building projects, traffic flow analysis, transit planning, and the study of advanced transportation technologies. The several centers affiliated with ITS span the fields of transportation modeling, transportation planning, goods movement, marine and aviation, and of course alternative fuels, and we even do pavement research and all sorts of other things. TSRC is the newest center at ITS, founded in 2006, where we focus on systems that can improve the environmental and human health dimensions of transportation. At TSRC, we've been testing hydrogen fuel cell vehicles for several years now, working in conjunction with major state agencies and the California Fuel Cell Partnership. We started with a single Mercedes A-Class vehicle several years ago that could achieve 100 miles range on hydrogen at 5,000 PSI. That program was based around an older station that AC Transit ran in Richmond with an electrolyzer that produced hydrogen from the grid back in 2005, 2006. So we've come a long way. Our test fleet has grown steadily. We now have 10 different fuel cell vehicles in our test fleet, made by 3 different manufacturers, including primarily Toyota, but also with Mercedes and Hyundai now. We just got a Hyundai vehicle a few months ago that's the first actually commercial fuel cell vehicle that's being leased in Los Angeles right now. These manufacturers and several others have announced plans to introduce commercial fuel cell vehicles over the next 1 to 3 years. So we're really on the cusp of something here. At TSRC, we've amassed over 200,000 miles of driving in these vehicles, over 1,000 fueling episodes with no incidents. And since 2011, TSRC staff have operated and maintained a smaller hydrogen station over in Richmond, capable of providing about 25 kilograms a day of fueling, that now serves as a backup to this much more capable station here in Emeryville that we're using much more often. In our test program that we're featuring today, drivers drive the vehicles for a month at a time, completing before and after surveys about their conceptions going into the study and reactions and perceptions of the vehicle after driving for a month. This feedback is providing valuable information to Toyota as they prepare to commercialize these vehicles. It is important to note that this partnership complements a number of key policy thrusts now underway in the state. These include AB 32, the Global Warming Solutions Act, the California Advanced Clean Cars Program, the California Low Carbon Fuel Standard, and other state programs to reduce emissions, including those run by the Bay Area Air Quality Management District. So these multiple state and regional policy tie-ins underscore the importance of the present project and our new partnership with the city of Emeryville. I'd like to emphasize that access for UC Berkeley to this station in Emeryville has been critical to our research program. The hydrogen provided here is delivered faster, cheaper, and greener than at our station in Richmond, and we really need several more stations like this in the area to allow automakers to place vehicles in the Bay Area and to start developing this further. So in closing, thank you very much to AC Transit for hosting this event, to Toyota and the Bay Area Air Quality Management District for their support of our program, and to the city of Emeryville for joining us in this new partnership to test this promising new type of clean fuel vehicle. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. This is a great day, isn't it? I love it when we get to showcase something that's on the cutting edge, that's solving one of the most compelling issues of our time, namely that of global warming. And I want to thank AC Transit for taking the lead on their cleaner fleet. And before hydrogen came on, there was other kinds of environmental improvements that you made to your fleet, and this commitment to the cutting edge technology is just wonderful. And Emeryville is really glad and proud to be able to provide the facilities and the capabilities for these activities to happen. My 2 prior colleagues, speakers here, have not stated the obvious, but I will, which is that global warming and climate change is happening, and a large part of that has to do with the carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas emissions that are happening. So to be able to say, just this week in the paper, I saw that sea turtles that live on the equator was seen up here because the waters are warming, and other kinds of animal life that's seen more further south are making their way up. So this is something that really is happening. I'm so proud and pleased that we get to be part of this demonstration program to have these vehicles around town, driving around town. The buses have never had an incident when they're driving. I think concerns around safety and whatnot are proving to be addressed adequately. And I just want to say that our zip code has the highest childhood asthma rate in Alameda County. And a lot of that has to do with particulate air emissions. And I love being able to say about the hydrogen fuel cell technology, the only thing coming out of a tailpipe is a drop of water. And so it's like, oh, that's cool. People really like perk up about that. So we're happy to support this kind of innovative approach to one of our most pressing problems facing humanity and the world. We're happy to be able to be part of a renewable in some small way to be able to house or host a renewable energy source, and to help contribute here locally in a reduction, albeit whatever incremental fashion, of a reduction in particulate air emissions and improving human health. So thank you for coming today. This is good news. When you leave today, I have one little homework assignment, is that you tell people where you've been today and what you got to witness, because this is the kind of event that needs to be wider publicized and promoted, and we need everybody here to talk about just what's happening. So thank you for coming.
Great, thank you. So I think now we're going to do a demonstration of the vehicle. So Tim, I don't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, let me just say a couple words.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we're moving into a fueling demo. We're actually going to do two back-to-back fueling episodes here with the help of the Vice Mayor. With the first one, if you will join us over here. So everyone might want to kind of gather around near the dispenser area.
All right.
Okay. Alrighty. So what I want everyone to understand, what we're dispensing into this car now is compressed hydrogen. It's not liquid hydrogen. The liquid hydrogen gets delivered over there. It gets bled off as a gas, and we fill it with gas, but it's pre-cooled down to minus 40 Celsius. So we're filling with cold hydrogen. So at the end, I'll have people feel the nozzle if they want. The nozzle will be cold, but the hydrogen in the tank will actually warmed up a little bit as it gets compressed. But by pre-cooling it, we're able to fill faster than if it wasn't pre-cooled. So that's why this will go pretty fast. So with that, I think there's an O-ring in there.
Okay.
And then there's a pressure valve that won't allow the fuel. It'll only allow the fuel to go in but not come back.
I see.
Basically, what's happening is we'll put in a PIN number. That'll be how it validates this card. There we go.
Invalid ID.
Yeah, because I didn't put it in. Okay. Okay to start pumping. So what I'm going to do is hand that to you carefully. Hold on to it. Now what you're going to do is place this nozzle onto there. Get a little bit higher. Okay, that's good. Now clamp it on. Voila. Okay, you like that? Yep. So go ahead and press the green button. There it goes. We'll see, this is still its test. We won't really know until it does that test, then it needs to take off. So that's when it trips, but hopefully this will do it.
So a fill-up, a traditional fill-up,
There it goes.
how much does it cost to go
Yes.
over 300 miles?
There we go. Okay,
Ooh,
third time is
listen
a
to
charm.
that. Listen to that. That sounded different.
Yep. Yeah, it's going now. Thinking about it. There we go. Now what you're going to hear in a minute, you'll hear the compressor start running because we're starting to draw down the high pressure storage. So in a minute, hear that? Okay. That's the compressor starting to work because we're taking high pressure hydrogen out. It's starting to recover already to build the pressure back up for the next fill, which we'll do in a minute. But you asked a question about cost. So
Yeah.
the hydrogen here is about $13 a kilogram.
Okay.
And 1 kilogram of hydrogen has as much energy as 1 gallon of gasoline.
Oh, okay.
So it's about $13 a gallon, which sounds like a lot, except you can go about 3 times as far on that gallon because these cars are so efficient. So if you divide 13 by 3, you get about $4, $4.50, something like that.
Okay.
So when you fill here, it feels about the same. You'll see the amount when we finish. It feels about the same as going to a gas station, particularly when gas was up around $4 a gallon. For the hydrogen at past this pressure, the buses are at 5,000 psi like the early cars that we were testing. So it's lower pressure, but they have a lot of volume on because the tanks are on the roof. So what's a fill, Jen, on the bus? It's 20 kilograms. How much do you put in?
I get around 22 kilograms.
Yeah, and that keeps them going all day.
All right.
Okay.
Fueling stopped.
Fueling stopped. So we're now going to disconnect. So what you're going to do is you see this little...
Ooh, it's cold.
It's cold. See that little lever right there? Yep. Okay, and then I'll let it go down. Okay. Now, just kind of twist it a little. There you go. Now, if you feel it, feel that?
Anybody want to feel this?
Feel the metal part.
Right there.
There. Is it cold? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
cold.
Oh yeah.
So we've just dispensed cold hydrogen into the car.
Oh here. Oh wow, yeah.
So cold hydrogen went in the tanks. It's now warm in the tanks, but it got cold going through here. So it's cold hydrogen.
Hello. Okay.
And we're just gonna have you drive it for me.
I think I'll go up to Costco, to shop.
This is a good car for Costco. I don't know if you're gonna know this.
And it's quiet. You know, I'm used to an engine turning on and off with my hybrid, but it's just quiet. Really? Just all the time. Just quiet.
We couldn't hear it when we started.
No, and Matt was saying that actually the parking lots are a little bit of trouble because why aren't people getting out?